back to a brand new video, and today I'm trying to get into an Among Us world. I'm hoping I can own one because this thing acts up a lot. Okay. We're in. Yes, I'm red. Okay, good. I'm red. Yo, turn up the speed. Alright, let's see. Imposter, crewmate. Hoping they get imposter. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hate how slow it is. There we go. One task completed. All the weapons. Because I like weapons. I like to clear the asteroids.
Look, that whole basket was full of clothes for Brayden. This is your basket overflowing, and that's my little pile in that basket there.
Oh, sorry guys, I was silent, but it was just, sorry, I forgot I was recording. Yeah, that tends to happen. Oh, great, let's go to navigation. Oh, yes, yeah, let's go into navigation. Oh dear, I don't like this. I'm not going to fix my eyes. I'm hoping to get imposter this time. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. How is he red? How the heck is he red? Why you gotta be... You know what? I want imposter. I swear, it's all insane. Come to me with that, yeah. I swear, it's all insane. No one can escape the blame game, I swear. Woo! Watching me click on this, won't let me join. You click on this, won't let me join. You click on this, won't let me join. Might let me join. What's up, Flash? Woo! That's why you're okay. Guys, let's do a reaction video. Okay, this is gonna be turned into a reaction video.
Got my BSN from WGU.
I just came out with
It was
one.
affordable. I could accelerate through the.
Reaction.
We'd be honored if you would join us.
Legends.
Hey guys, what's going on today? So, today's video is going to cover how Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit 3 times, pretty much. So he did it twice in Legends, and then once sort of in canon. Well, it is in canon, and it's alluded that he may have survived. You guys will find out at the end of the video with a brief description of it. So, I'm wondering if we're going to know more about him in The Mandalorian or not. I really hope we are. I really hope he's not dead, because he was... I don't know, there was so much hype about him. He was one of my favorite characters as a kid. You know, he had a jetpack, he was cool, he was cool. What can I say? That was it. And I just felt like his death was so anticlimactic, and it was just so unlike a Mandalorian, unlike a bounty hunter, even though he wasn't really a Mandalorian, and more about that can come in another video. But it always led me to believe that his death was just kind of, well, lame. Now, in Return of the Jedi, a blind Han Solo accidentally caused this bounty hunter that was so feared across the galaxy, Boba Fett, to fall into the Sarlacc, and seemingly to his unceremonious death. However, in Legends, the fall didn't actually kill him. He was immobilized, like every other unfortunate soul who ends up inside the Sarlacc. As the plant-like omnivorous creature injects its prey with neurotoxins, it then slowly digests them and dissolves its victims over 1,000 years. So, the stomach acid was heavily damaging Boba Fett's armor along with the man himself. That's when he suddenly, in Legends, made contact telepathically with the Sarlacc's consciousness, which identified itself as Susejo, who 4,000 years before this had been a young male Choi that fell into the pit. The Choi's mind had somehow emerged with the creature, even as his body had long ago been digested. So, his personality had been absorbed and embodied the Sarlacc, making them indistinguishable from each other. Boba had several lengthy conversations with the Susejo, Sarlacc, and was eventually able to goad it into contrasting around his jetpack, which caused an explosion that freed the bounty hunter from the creature's grasp. Then, using his concussion grenades to blow a hole in the Sarlacc's interior wall, Boba Fett became the only being in the universe to escape the Great Sarlacc the first time. Dazed and wounded, he was soon found by Jawas and taken to their sandcrawler. Now, it turns out, however, that the tiny hooded scavengers had stolen R2-D2, which meant that soon enough, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker staged an elaborate rescue of the little astromech droid. Han was very surprised to find an alive, though amnesiac, Boba Fett inside the crawler. But despite their history, he attempted to help Boba anyways. But the bounty hunter wanted nothing to do with the smuggler, and so instead attacked, leaving Han no choice but to jump clear of the sandcrawler, which was now speeding out of control towards the Sarlacc and toppled right into it, with Boba still inside. How long he remained within it again? I'm not really sure. Hours, days, whatever it was. Boba Fett found himself inside the ancient beast a second time, in as many days being slowly digested to his horror. But since he fell into it before, maybe he could escape it the same way, which he did. He managed to get his jetpack to propel him to safety again, though this time he was dying. But now he was the only being ever to escape the Sarlacc twice. That's when the cybernetically enhanced Corellian bounty hunter named Dengar suddenly stumbled upon him. Dengar had come to the Dune Sea to search through the wreckage of Jabba's sail barge to see if he could find something or someone of value. He was ready to give up when he noticed that the sarllack in the Great Pit of Carcoon wasn't moving. It appeared dead. And then he spotted a badly burned and scarred man on the brink of death. Dengar didn't realize he was Boba Fett at first, as his characteristic armor was extremely wrecked by gastric acid, and so was the flesh and blood within its metallic shell. He soon enough discovered Boba's true identity and took him to a medical facility for treatment, where he had the comatose Fett placed in a sterile nutrient casing, which was a clear membranous covering that covered his body and worked at healing him. Eventually, the fearsome bounty hunter recovered, and both he and Dengar would go on having a rival-ally type of relationship. Boba Fett was even the cybernetic Corellian's best man at his wedding. As this is a complete legend story, there are some inconsistencies. The sarllack was clearly killed when Boba escaped, yet about a year later, he returned to it in his Slave 2. Because of his prior telepathic connection to Susejo, he was soon able to communicate with the immense creature once again. For his own reasons, however, Boba Fett decided not to destroy the sarllack at that particular point, but promised to return. So, what about in canon? Well, there are hints that he might be alive. After the death of Jabba the Hutt, a couple of travelers discovered a Jawa sandcrawler and found within its hull parts of a wrecked sail barge and an abandoned set of partially melted and disfigured Mandalorian armor. Now, if that's not a clear sign as to Boba Fett having survived, I don't know what is. I mean, how would that get there? Maybe someone went in there and grabbed it and pulled it out, but they would be stuck. Or, I don't know, maybe they used a long droid arm or something, who knows. But I really think that they wouldn't go to that extent and have that just, be like some lame story. I think Boba Fett is alive, I think he's going to come back, and I think they might use some inspiration from Legends to bring him back in The Mandalorian. That would be really cool. The show is awesome, there's tons of fan service in there, and it really just feels like Star Wars. It feels like an amazing story, and it really takes me back to even the originals, to be honest.
So
It kind of makes me remember
because,
that. And how could
I wanted you guys to see it. It's very interesting, and that's very interesting. I love Star Wars, and I have plans on doing a Star Wars video for you one day, but I don't know. Let's get 500 likes on this video for a Star Wars video. That's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it, and I love you all, and don't get too breakable. Keep lifting your weights. Bye!